Okay. Okay, so follow my SoundCloud, Andrew Trump. Um, yeah, Andrew Trump. Follow my SoundCloud. It got a picture of Kawaki as the profile picture. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah. Okay, so apples will be on. I'm reading this off the teleprompter again. So apples will be on Spotify, YouTube, and 30-second clips on IG. I know it's called Apples, so obviously you wanted to be on Apple. It's gonna be on Apples, but you gotta give me a second. A lot of paperwork being done. This episode we're gonna focus on like the my music business and like music as in music business, not necessarily what people are listening to or what I'm listening to. So it's called Apples. So it's gonna be on Apples, Amazon shortly. So you can catch it on YouTube though. Like you can see me physically on YouTube. So talking about like the podcast business. So Rock Nation does the Super Bowl, manage Super Bowl management. They pick the artists and they do the promos for the Super Bowl. So and Apple does the halftime show. Like they do the halftime show that is in like some of the commercials and like the distribution of it and like the sounding of it. So Rock Nation and Apple, they come together and they do the Super Bowl. So yeah, so that's a good situation. So it's like a little situation, but it's like big business. My first apples, I was living on like a little block, and like some block in 2013. Around the time I and Phineas had put out like "Hit Me Hard, Hit Me Soft," they had changed like the insignia for they had changed the insignia for on SoundCloud to like all black, and like I'm notorious for wearing all black. And yeah, so I did 4 episodes, and this 4 episodes, and I had previewed 4 snippets, and like they performed well, and that was like I don't want to say like the building block of like what this is, but those would be that's like the only time where music and podcast mix. So the first half we're gonna start with the podcast, and we're gonna switch over to music. So that was the podcast. We're gonna switch over to music. So music now. Um, I drop on DistroKid, which is Fuck Love, which is coming out, and I'm listening to it. I'm liking it more. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. So DistroKid, their main office is in New York, and they're like on their headquarters. Their headquarters and their building is in New York, which is like they do streaming and digital distribution for like music. So just audio experiences, but most of that is digital. Again, headed in NY, so it's like a flat fee. It's very cheap. It's like I don't know, $10, $15, and you stream well, you perform well, they pay you quarterly. Um, so I love SoundCloud. So, but moving on to music. You can split your earnings with whoever you collaborate with. You keep like your publishing, your a majority of your rights, everything. So when Folk Love is done, which is a very personal project, you'll get it when it's done. Every song gets a meme, every song gets a challenge, every song gets a TikTok, audio experience, dating experience, cultural project. I have like a very supporting emo pop, emo trap fan base. I love it for real. And they notice things well and they pay attention to things. And so yeah, so I really enjoy that. Hold on. Yeah. So like the traditional label loses money in podcasting, in streaming, in just like a lot of these digital markets, they have lost money and sometimes are losing money. So so for me to be like, oh, I'm a distro kid artist, we in NY. You get to hear it when you hear it, everything streaming, everything digital. It's just a different type of business aspect. So yeah, officially a distro kid person. That comes out soon, and they're gonna handle all of my management, mostly digital. Yeah, so I'm actually down in Philly right now. So it's a lot of paperwork going on, and the point fives, they're gonna be indie films, they're gonna be indie films, anime, and like important topics that I wanted to touch on. So those are the point fives. They're gonna be extremely special. So I'm holding off on those right now. But like when like all the business is taken care of, all the paperwork is done, I'm definitely gonna get that to you. So this episode is mostly business, like music business. But like in the next coming episode, if not the next episode, or a point 0.5. I'm definitely gonna address certain things that I want to address and things that I noticed. But this episode is music business. Like the previous episodes, I think when I did the first episode, I think I did like an introduction to it. Then I did like a point 0.5, which is anime. Then I did like music that I like listen to. This episode is music business. We might do a point 0.5 and touch on something else, or we might just do another music. It depends. It depends on the situation. But shout out Cardi B. I love that album. Love it. Everybody, peace, everything in closing. Like.